So I went to see the Farewell Christopher Robin film today, and it was very poignant because it just brought back so many memories of my childhood, of stories I've heard of my father's childhood, and also my younger days. I was never that into Winnie the Pooh, the stories, if I'm honest. They never did anything for me. But the poetry, the poems, when we were very young and now we have 6 books, I absolutely loved those as a kid. And then when I was a nanny, I used to recite them to my charges on a regular basis. And then obviously that went on to doing the same thing for my girls. So, if you said to me what's my favourite A.A. Milne poem, I wouldn't be able to tell you. There are so many. But I don't know, felt like reciting one of my favourite poems, which I used to say to the girls when we were walking along the street, and they used to absolutely love it. And I used to change the name of the city at the start to wherever it was we were that day. And so I'm just going to recite that for you now. Because anybody, if you don't know A.A. Milne, if you've never kind of read his poems and you're more of a Winnie the Pooh book kind of person, you're missing out on so much. The poems just, they're amazing. So this is called Lines and Squares. Whenever I walk in a London street, I'm ever so careful to watch my feet. I keep in the squares and the masses of bears who wait at the corners all ready to eat, the sillies who tread in the lines in the street. And I say to them, bears, go back to your lairs, just look where I'm walking in all the squares. And the little bears growl to each other, he's mine, and soon he'll be silly and step on a line. And some of the bigger bears try to pretend they came round the corner to look for a friend. They try to pretend that nobody cares whether you walk in the lines or the squares, but only the sillies believe their talk. It's ever so important how you walk, and it's ever so jolly to call out bears. Just watch me walking in all the squares. Bye.